Alright, gather around everyone. We need to talk. Yeah, I'm talking to you, viewer. We need to talk about the shotgun. Because if this wasn't your first legendary when you played Borderlands 2, because this was my first legendary in the entire franchise of the Borderlands series, and it's very iconic to me and holds a special place in my heart. And apparently the community, according to my research on Reddit and other posts on Discord, a lot of people have the same feeling towards this shotgun. So let's go over that today and go over how and why the conference call in Borderlands 2 became so iconic. As you know, before we get into this episode, I have to hop into your daily dose of Termex trivia. How the hell do you get this dang thing? Well, originally, the only way to get the conference call was from the warrior himself, the final boss in Borderlands 2. That is how it became a lot of people's first legendary, because when it was your first playthrough on Borderlands 2, the warrior would drop a guaranteed legendary, and that pool wasn't too large. You had the conference call, the volcano, the impaler, and a few others like the flacker, and I'm probably missing one or two that I'm just blanking right now. But the pool was not very big, so it was pretty easy to get this shotgun. It was broken at launch. I guess we'll go over that first. I did make a video completely in this series in this exact format on the B shield. You can click in the top right about now, or check it out after this video to be more in depth with it. But the B shield is an amp shield that doesn't have any amp drain. You probably heard of it. And the conference call was very beneficial with this, because not only with unlisted projectiles, but these side projectiles took every single point of damage that the B shield benefited it from. You would melt everything in the game. I'll put some clips on screen now of that happening. It was a broken gun. And this was around the time where the slag licked glitch was a thing. If you remember that, please let me know in the comments. There's no way I'm alone on that. The slag licked glitch, every time you would apply slag and kill something, you would get that badass rank pop up. Then you would overfill your inventory of like 600 out of 82 slots of just skins of the same exact skin, and you had to drop it after every combat. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys remember that. Please tell me you do, because that was so long ago. But now, ever since Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC dropped, you can actually obtain the conference call from the Handsome Warrior, which is the final boss of the Dragon Keep DLC. And now, not a lot of people know this, but when it comes to shotguns in the Borderlands series, especially in Borderlands 2, having an element or not does not affect the overall damage on weapons. Most classes of weaponry, if it becomes elemental, the damage is lower to make up for the fact that it is an element, since the elements already do more damage, but not with shotguns, meaning that the conference call rolling in an element was honestly best in slot because it was free bonus damage, and you would never want a non-elemental conference call at all. Usually shock is my way to go, but everyone has their preference. Usually one of every element is going to be obviously the best course of action. But in terms of prefixes, you want the practicable conference call. You probably remember the old Yodi Slaya videos when he said the prefix you want is practicable, you know, he couldn't pronounce it.
Now in my case, it is the practicable or practicable, one of those.
God, I'm going really back. I'm going far back in time. I don't know if I feel old, but I'm not gonna get emotional about yo. I'm just saying, this brings back a lot of memories for me, and the reason you want that prefix is the initial projectile count will go from 5 pellets all the way up to 7 pellets, just giving you a lot more damage. Now, what Vault Hunter uses this gun the best? Well, I think that's a no-brainer. Maya is pretty damn good. So is Salvador if you want to have a little fun, but it is the best in slot when it comes to Gage, because Gage has her close enough skills, and Anarchy doesn't really affect it, and the projectiles are going to ricochet with all the side projectiles. Arguably, she uses this gun better than the Infinity. Yes, you could use the Infinity on Gage, you just need a certain class mod that increases magazine size, but the conference call is freaking great on Gage, man. It is so fun, very iconic for her, but it's very satisfying to use on any Vault Hunter in general, and I have a lot of freaking fun with this shotgun, especially with the Sham Shield, because it will feed more ammo into it. If you ever play Salvador again, use 2 conference calls of different elements like fire and shock, and use fire rate bonuses, use a Sham Shield. You're gonna have some fun, man. But not only Gage, we have Zero with his bore skill, because bore is just amazing with whatever gun he uses. You could literally bore with anything, but the conference call makes bore exceptionally easy. Plus, they're coming in from a alternative direction, so it's going to be even easier to hit your bores on those wonky hitboxes, making this a great tool to just walk up to Hyperius, throw some singularity grenades, shoot it a few times, and it's probably dead. Another fun fact, did you know Butt Stallion could actually drop the conference call? Only when you complete the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC, Butt Stallion will have a whopping 0.25% chance to drop this gun. That is community based. It is not entirely facts, but based on community math, they take the chance of Butt Stallion giving you a legendary in general, then they do more math based on how many legendaries are within that pool, and then that's how they calculated the drop chance for a conference call. So don't farm Butt Stallion. ever. Now, in my Borderlands 2 retrospective video for the Infinity Pistol, I mentioned the vault cards from the diamond loot chests that you could get, and they got it for the conference call as well. I'll put it on screen, the nice little card they have. It was a shift code to get the gun for free if you got that. It doesn't work anymore. I seen a lot of people ask that. This is like 10, 11 years old, but they said fires more projectiles than you could shake a TPS report at. Maybe I'm too young. I'm 20. What the hell is a TPS? We need to Google this. TPS report. A TPS report is a document used by a quality assurance group or individual, particularly in software engineering, that describes the testing procedures and testing process of things, places, or objects. All right, so that makes sense with the conference call. Okay, that's kind of funny. It would have been funnier if I wasn't like 20 years old. And another cool, fun lore fact is in Tales from the Borderlands, Handsome Jack had a conference call on his shelf on Helios, and Loaderbot, the infamous Loaderbot that everybody thought was Flack, actually jacked this after the whole Handsome Jack events and used it himself when he's carrying you in Tales from the Borderlands, and yeah, he's holding the conference call. But Borderlands 2 is not the only game where the conference call made an appearance. If we go over into the pre-sequel, we have the Viral Marketeer. Same exact skin, same exact everything, and it's basically the same gun. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It is always corrosive, but projectiles are just gonna ricochet off of surfaces, similar to the Fibber, and at least the pre-sequel variant does not have the converging projectiles because it's not the conference call. Now, for a little bit of trivia for the pre-sequel Viral Marketeer, viral marketing is marketing strategy utilizing popular social networking services to increase awareness and sales. This is why the flavor text says FWD in the title, because that is what you do with emails when you forward an email. So the red text saying forward, 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 the email, yeah, that's the take on that. Lol, check this out, guys. You're forwarding the emails to multiple people. If you didn't get that reference, now you do. That is what it basically means. But I feel like this is so iconic because when they killed Warrior, they usually got this gun. Like I said, the pool wasn't that large, and when they seen this and seen the raw power it had, especially with the B shield being so popular at the time, it really showed that, wow, this gun's amazing. And this gun was like the pre-Sandhawk, because it does the same similar thing, but before the Sandhawk even existed. And then when the Sandhawk came out, it basically took its place. And I feel like not only from a gameplay perspective, but from a nostalgia perspective, this gun has always been good up until the OP levels. This has been one of the better shotguns in the series, especially Borderlands 2 itself. Like, it was one of the at least top 5 shotguns in this entire game before OP8. Level 50, this thing was just amazing. It was so dang good, and it's always going to be one of the most iconic weapons in the Borderlands series, at least in my opinion. And that's why I wanted to make this episode in the series, because this gun, I feel you could show to any Borderlands fan. They're going to be like, yep, that's a conference call. Just like you show anyone a picture of the Infinity, yep, that's the Infinity pistol. I feel like this is the same bracket of awareness to the player base with the conference call. I wish there was more to talk about with this gun. It has been through a few things. I want to bring up maybe some Krieg Bloodlust glitches. There was a point where Krieg's Bloodlust, with his blood-soaked mag and all that, he could glitch it out and it would just have infinite ammo for some reason. That was fixed a very, very long time ago, but it was a thing for like a month. Nothing else really too notable that I do want to go over, but that's really it, guys. That is my personal opinion on how the conference call became so freaking iconic in Borderlands 2, and a little bit of history about it and where it's progressed within the Borderlands series. If you want to watch more videos in the Borderlands Retrospective series, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me. If you want to check out more episodes, there's a playlist on my channel. Go over to my channel, scroll down to Retrospective, or go to my playlist and go there. I'll also put a link in the description and the comments to help you out there. Like I said, Diablo is going to be a big part of my gaming, so I hope these few episodes hold you guys over for a little bit until I get back into the swing of Borderlands. I love Borderlands, love this game to death. I have a lot of great ideas for the rest of this series, so if you keep supporting it, I'm going to keep pumping these out because I love doing these and I love the blast from the past of nostalgia when it comes to these videos. But anyway, thank you so much for watching till the end. Love you guys, and I'll see you all later.